Hello, chat! How's everybody doing? Let's see, let me greet everyone. Hello, Leo. Hello, Lito. Hello, Rosie. Hello, other Leo. We got a lot of Leos. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Today is a very special day because it's a certain someone's birthday. Well, technically tomorrow, but are you going to be really nice so I can put the cat cam on? Oh, what a good girl. Maybe. Are you gonna get into your sleepy corner? I have the cat cam set up. I'm just waiting for her to actually get settled down. See? Oh, you can't see her. Hold on. I don't know how well I can adjust this, but let me try. I can try to adjust this. Oh, there she goes. Okay, I have a secret method to get her to come back. Hi, Raven! Hi, Toilet! I've got a secret method, you ready? Andromeda! Look, it's your favorite! Come on. Come say hi! She'll be over in a minute. If I just keep pointing the laser, she'll be over in a minute. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all having a good Friday. I've got a couple of fun things prepared. Oh, here she comes. I think she's right under me right now. Or right behind me. I've got a couple of things prepared. It's nothing super fancy. You found her favorite treat. Do you know a store that sells souls? I may need to know it for reasons. I did the worst thing imaginable. I was productive. Oh my goodness. Friday's alright, just vibing. That's fair. That's kind of how a lot of Fridays go for me. Are you gonna come over, Andromeda? I know you're looking at it. Come on, come say hi. Don't be camera shy. Whoops! Whoops. Oh, she jumped away from it. What are you doing? Hold on, we'll get her any second now. Any second now. What are you doing? She's going farther away. She's trying to pounce on it. You had to go to a doctor appointment today? Well, I hope it went well. Grab the cat. She is shy. I don't know what it is. She's normally not. She's normally not this shy. It's only when I specifically want her to come over here and say hi to the chat that she suddenly doesn't want to. I'm very healthy for my size. When my doctor told me no more bread, pasta, or hamburger, I need to swap my rice to brown rice and eat more chicken and turkey. Chat, low-key, I'm stressing out. My college still hasn't gotten back to me about my course repetition form. It's stressing me out. I've gone in person several times to ask what's going on. They haven't said anything. Yeah, that's a little work. Is this running out of power already? It got dimmer. There she is! Andromeda, say hi! She's looking at me. She's mad. Aw, the light dimmed. I think it needs to charge, but I don't have a charger available right now. I know, now you're in a playful mood. Hold on, I'll get one of your other toys. Get one of your other toys. Yeah. In here right now is Peter. I hope you like the bee. Like the bee? Play with the bee. Oh, there you go. Wanna play with the bee? Okay. I guess she doesn't like the bee. I don't know what to tell you. The laser isn't charged. How to charge the laser later? Good look. Oh, actually, it's plugged into the adapter. Hey, your mouse is charging. Or not your mouse, your laser pointer's charging. Okay? You're just gonna have to wait. That's her least favorite thing to do in the world is wait. But I hope you're able to get that worked out, Lido. Are you gonna say hi to the chat? Thinking about it. You gonna lay down? What are you doing? What are you eating? Don't eat stuff off the floor, Andromeda. Not good for you. Not good for you. There you go. Lay down and take a nap. Alright. Of course she wants to settle down in the corner of the camera, so I have to move it. Move it without her freaking out? Probably not. I'm gonna wait for her to lay down to mess with it. Oh, there she goes anyway. You know what? We'll try again with the pet cam later, okay? We'll try again later. Because we've got stuff to do today. Oh, 7 cat doing cat things. Yes, very much so. We'll get her back later. We'll see once the laser pointer's charged. She might be more interested. But anyways, I've got something prepared for us. A couple things actually. So I'm just gonna quickly kind of go over like what we're doing today. So I've got a little presentation of all about Andromeda. I think hopefully you'll really like it. It will be very informative, hopefully. Thumbs up. And I've got a little something else prepared. And then I've got her birthday cake, aka a churu paste tube. I've got her favorite brush, and I've got catnip, and I have a toy that I can put the catnip in. And maybe if she lets us, we can brush her. I'm definitely gonna try and feed her the treat on camera. Maybe we'll see if she wants to play a little bit, if I can get that set up decently enough. And yeah, it's just gonna be like a chill laid back stream. I don't have any presents for her at the moment, but they'll get here eventually. Just not in time for the stream today. What are you meowing about? Oh, you're back. Hi. What are you thinking about? She's got a lot of thoughts going on in that head. You gonna come over here? Oh, you're behind me. Are you gonna come over here? Gonna lay down? Okay. We'll figure it out. She'll do what she wants. But that's enough stalling. Hi, Jazz. That's enough stalling. Hold on, I'm adjusting my microphone placement. That should be... I really need to bring it closer to my face. I always push it farther away. I think that's good. Or maybe here. I go now, phone is low battery, see you all later. No worries, Leo, take care. Happy Friday and May our birthday, yeah! Thank you all for the gemstone fortunes. I'm just not going to acknowledge Andromeda, and then maybe she will go do her thing. Thank you for the keys. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Thank you for the 3 stream streak, Raven. Okay, I don't think I missed anything else. Hopefully. Let me know if I did, but I don't think so. So, give me 1 second. Okay. Tummy hurty, no! Not that tummy hurty. Get yourself a warm water bottle. Unless... Yeah, I think you still have the week off, right? Get yourself a nice warm water bottle. Snuggles with the kitties. Alright. Alright. Let's get to work, chat. And by work, I mean... Aha! There we go. Last few days of vacation. Mr. Nico and Nuggy, say hi to the mayor! Let's go! You hear that, Andromeda? You've got friends! She's looking at me like that's a lie. I'm going to actually... turn off chat and my model for this presentation. I'm still here, don't worry. 2 smashed face guys say hi. I'm just gonna let Andromeda do her thing. I'm turning off chat and the my model just for this presentation because there's a lot of information in the presentation and I want you to be able to see it all. Hi, Azel! Love her face in the bottom right. So, this is my very special, thank you for the lurk, Azel, very special birthday presentation I made just for Andromeda. Are you ready, chat? She looks higher than a kite in that picture. Alright. Alright, that's what I like to hear. Not that she looks high. So, first, you know, just in case anyone's new here, not very familiar with the mayor, we're gonna introduce you to her. So, her legal name is Andromeda. Yes, like the constellation or the galaxy or the mythological figure or whatever you say when I tell you her name is Andromeda. Yes, it's just like that. You got it. But she also has some nicknames. So I've divided them between positive nicknames and negative nicknames. Okay? Her positive nicknames include Little Baby, Little Lady, Pretty Girl, Mayor Andromeda, of course, and Andromeda, if I'm feeling silly. I pronounce her name wrong on purpose. And her negative nicknames include Big Baby, Little Bastard, Gremlin, Spoiled Brat, and The Cat. So if you ever hear me call her any one of these names, you can probably guess whether or not I'm mad at her in the moment. You don't love your animals until you've called them a little shit at least once. Exactly. Exactly. You can tell whether she's in trouble or not based on what I call her. Okay? Her birth date is actually not today, it's tomorrow, July 11th, 2017. That makes her 9 years old tomorrow. And we adopted her almost exactly 4 months later. We adopted her on November 10th, 2017. She's 2 years older than Hanyu, that's right. She's also 2, I think, years older than Finn, our Aussie back home. So she's an old girl, a little bit, but she's got a youthful spirit, okay? She is a lady. Her personality type is ESFP, and her favorite activity is splashing water in the water bowl and making a huge mess all over the floor. It's just enrichment for her. She's done it her entire life, and we get so annoyed by it. Now, you might wonder if you've seen some pictures of her and you might be curious about something in particular. So you might be asking, what the hell is wrong with those paws? She's got some weird looking paws there. And we've kind of touched on it in the past a little bit, but I want to properly teach you about what it is. Alright? So, Andromeda has a condition called syndactyly. And it's basically where it's the opposite of polydactyly, which is where you are born with extra digits. Syndactyly is the complete opposite of that. It's where 2 or more digits, or in cat's case, toes, will fuse at birth, and they have less toes overall. So that's the case for Andromeda. Both of her front paws, she only has 3 toes because of that. And it's actually way much more rarer than polydactyly. So it's much more common to hear about polydactyly and think of a cat with polydactyly. Because you might have seen one just out in the wild, just a picture of a cat with extra toes. It's but you don't usually hear about cats with fewer toes, which is kind of interesting. So an important thing to note about syndactyly is it's purely cosmetic. It is usually not painful for the cat at all. And in Andromeda's case, she can do literally everything any other, quote-unquote normal cat could do. She can run, she can play, she can claw my chair. Excuse me, do you mind? What are you... Okay. She can do all the things any other cat can do. The only thing for her that is a little different for her is she's a lot more prone to getting her claws stuck in fabric and stuff, just because of how weird some of her claws are. A pretty common trait of syndactyly that Andromeda, as far as I know, doesn't actually have is called it's called the lobster claw, and it's where they basically only have 2 toes, and their toes are kind of, it's hard to explain without a picture, and I should have put a picture to show you, because Andromeda doesn't have that, but Essentially they only have 2 toes, and so they've got a big gap in the middle, and it looks like they literally have a lobster claw. Andromeda doesn't quite have that because she has 3 toes. Otherwise, she would probably have the lobster claw. And another interesting fact about Syndactyly is that it usually only affects the front paws, and that is true of Andromeda as well. It is very rare for it to affect the back paws. So she has completely normal back paws. It's just her front paws that are really weird. So then we have a little fun fact on the right here. Syndactyly can be inherited, or it can just not be inherited. So Andromeda's was probably not inherited because, as far as we're aware, none of her littermates had Syndactyly. It's hard to know for sure because they were all adopted out before she was, but you know, the adoption center staff never made any mention of it, and we figured the reason Andromeda had been the last one left was because of her Syndactyly, and like her siblings would be a lot more desirable having, you know, quote-unquote normal features compared to her. So for that reason, she probably didn't inherit it because when it is inherited, it's a dominant trait. So the entire litter, in theory, should have it if they're inheriting it from a parent. Which also means if Andromeda ever had kittens, which she never has and she never can because she's fixed, but if she had ever had kittens, they would most likely also inherit the Syndactyly from her. And so they'd also have weird paws. And that would actually probably make it a lot harder to adopt them out. So that's another reason, like, even if we wanted Andromeda to have kittens, that would be another reason not to let her have kittens, is that it would be really hard to adopt them out because they would inherit the Syndactyly. And it's just an unfortunate reality that, you know, not every pet owner is going to be, like, open to that kind of thing. They want, like, a perfect, pretty pet or whatever, you know. Just a sad reality of pet owners, but they would be special. Is there any issues that come with Syndactyly? We're actually about to get into that. So Syndactyly itself doesn't exactly cause issues on its own. Like I said, like, it's not painful or anything, it's like purely cosmetic. However, it can lead to something specific forming that can cause issues if it's left unchecked, and we're about to get into that. You can probably tell from this bottom right picture, but she's got this really weird claw, and you can see it in a lot of the pictures I post of her. She's got this really weird sideways claw. And that is what we're about to talk about next. It's called a super claw. And super claws are what happens when 2 claws are fused together in a single nail bed. It's not always, I'm gonna snooze this, give me 1 second. It's not always caused by Syndactyly, but it's pretty commonly caused by Syndactyly. And what this results in is, like, it kind of depends. It's not always the same, but it can be a larger nail or, like, a weirdly shaped nail. Sometimes it quite literally just looks like 2 separate nails fused together, and we're about to get into that. Usually it can't retract or wear down naturally through walking, especially if it's pointed outwards, like this one is. It's pointed towards her other toes, so that's the direction it grows. Oops. I clicked off of the presentation. There we go. Now, this is where problems can come into play, depending on what kind of super claw your cat has. But typically, if they get overgrown, they can have a chance to cause pain and discomfort, and like grow into, you know, the skin and stuff, and that would not be good. So you have to, they also like snag really easily, and that can cause even more pain and discomfort. So you have to stay on top of trimming them. That's a big must. And yeah, because you don't want them to, like, you know, get infections or anything like that. So you gotta stay on top of it. And like I said here, her quote-unquote main super claw, the big one that is like very visible from every picture, that one does grow like outwards and sideways towards her other toes. But she actually has 2 super claws. Bet you didn't see that coming. Her other one is on her other paw, and like I said, this is one where it quite literally looks like 2 claws were just mashed together, because that's quite literally what it is. It's not quite as noticeable, so it's very easy to miss. It's not as like obvious. It doesn't stand out as much as the other one. Supermare, yeah. This one is a lot more manageable for her, just because it grows like in the same direction as all her other claws. So as far as I can tell, it's able to wear down a little easier than the other one, because the other one, obviously growing sideways, can't wear down naturally. These ones are sharper though, because there's 2 of them. Or this one is sharper because there's 2 of them. And, yeah, I haven't noticed her having any troubles with the second super claw. It's mainly the first one. But yeah, it just looks kind of interesting. Oh, hello. She's come to join me on my lap. You never heard of these before. Well, now you're learning something. I never really knew that there was a name for them until, like, maybe a year ago. So, it's very, very nice to know that, like, there are answers for it. I did a lot of research for this section of the presentation in particular, and I actually learned a lot, and it was really cool to see. I actually found like other pictures of other cats with syndactyly, and like that just felt very validating to know, like, oh, this is a thing that's been studied, you know, Andromeda's not like messed up or anything, you know, she doesn't have like underlying health issues as a result of that. And that was something that I was really glad to find out through my research. Because that was a big question we had for a long time, was like, is this going to actually cause issues for her as she grows up? And obviously we know now that it didn't. I'm snoozing that again. Obviously we know now that it hasn't caused her any issues with being a cat, you know, doing all the cat things. But it was just nice and reassuring to do the research on it. It was very interesting. My kitty's polydactyl. Nice! We were just talking about that on the last slide. 7 beans on each paw, that's a lot. Running to the post office for work, BRB. No worries, Rosie. Yeah, so Andromeda quite literally has the opposite, where she has less paws, or less toes on each paw, I mean. She has 3 toes on each of her front paws. Okay, I need you to settle down, Andromeda. Please don't knock my water bottle over. I keep clicking off of the presentation. Okay. Trying to remember if there's more to this section. I think... Oh, yes, there is, actually. There's more to this section. So, you might be asking or wondering, hypothetical you, not necessarily anyone in particular in chat, obviously, but someone might look at, you know, in particular Andromeda Superclaws, and wonder, oh, maybe this is, you know, causing a lot of issues for her, which it definitely can if it gets out of control, like we mentioned. But it is manageable, most of the time. when she allows her claws to be cut, which she does a pretty decent job, like calming down and stuff. But someone, you know, again, hypothetical you, might wonder, like, oh, what about, like, declawing just the one super claw? And the answer to that is no. No. You never, ever want to declaw your kitty, because it's just unnecessarily cruel and harmful. Like, there's been proven research on this. You know, they end up with a lot of long-term issues, chronic pain, nerve damage. It completely changes the way they walk because you are literally amputating their toes. I think I was reading somewhere that it's like the equivalent of chopping off someone's fingers to the last knuckle. Yep. Like Jazz said, that is what declawing does to a cat. Unfortunately, I did have a kitty in my childhood who was declawed, and my parents regretted it for the rest of her life, because they saw it, like, in real time, the damage it ended up doing to her later in life. She had a lot of problems later in life because of that. And it was very, very sad. And they thought they were doing the right thing, but, like, it was over 20 years ago, you know? They thought they were doing the right thing, but they realized it was not, in fact. So you never ever want to declaw your cats, because, you know, the negatives far outweigh the positives, you know? Oh, I don't want my cat to claw the furniture. I don't want my cat to, you know, claw my child or whatever, you know? But that is you can't take it back, you know? And exactly, the positives are only for the humans. And it's a completely irreversible procedure that just changes how the cat lives their life. And it's just very, very cruel. So you should only... Yep. If you aren't prepared to have a cat, don't get one. Exactly. You gotta be prepared for every part of the cat. You know, a lot of people think that they want to have a pet, but they aren't actually fully aware or, like, refuse to acknowledge that when you sign up for a pet, you have to deal with every part of the pet. You can't just ignore the things you don't like. You can't just pretend, you know, You gotta be prepared for every part of raising a pet, and sometimes it's not fun. I don't like changing Andromeda's litter box, but I do it because she needs a clean litter box, you know? And, you know, it's the same thing with, like, if you don't want your cat to claw furniture, oh, dang it, ad break. Okay. I mean, I'll keep going on my tangent, but, like, if you don't want your cat to claw furniture, guess what? There are a lot of solutions to that that don't involve amputation. You can put, like, these nail covers on them. I've never used them, so they will puke on the only carpet in the entire place. Exactly! Exactly! Andromeda does it all the time, and I'm like, ugh! She threw up this morning, but thankfully not on the carpet, because she wasn't in my room. Thankfully. It was still not fun cleaning it up, though. Like, I've never used the, like, nail covers, so I don't know how well they work. But, like, that's an option. You can trim their claws regularly, which you should do. Nail caps, yeah. They're pretty hard to put them on and keep on. I guess it depends, like, on the cat. Some cats might be more receptive to nail caps than others. You know, trimming their claws is right there. And if you have a cat like Andromeda with the super claw, you have to do that anyways. There's, you know, scratching posts. Train them to use the scratching post. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, there's a lot of ways to prevent them, you know, just destroying your furniture that don't involve such a heartless method, you know. I've been trying to get Andromeda to use the scratching post more. She's not super receptive to it, unfortunately, but we do have we just ended up getting a chair cover for the chair that she really likes to claw. And that works decently enough. But, yeah. Main point is, like we said, you have to be prepared for everything that comes with having a pet. You know, if you, it's too many people, like, buy pets as, like, Christmas presents and stuff, and then they end up returning them, you know, a few months later when they realize, oh, we actually can't take care of this living creature, you know, and it's very, very heartless. You should treat a pet like it's your own child, because it pretty much is. You have to provide for all of their needs. You have to keep them safe. You have to take care of them. They're not a toy to look at. If you just want something cute and fluffy to look at and not have any responsibilities, just get a plushie. You know? Don't buy a living creature and then neglect it, you know? It's very frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, it's very frustrating. So, this is your friendly reminder to trim your cat's claws, take your dog on walks, change your litter boxes. I know it's not fun, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. But anyways, declawing should only ever be considered a, like, last resort sort of thing. Like, if it's a really extreme case where there's, like, a cancerous tumor in the nail bed or something, or severe trauma, stuff like that, where it's going to be a lot more harmful to not declaw, that's when you can be like, okay, this is a justifiable reason for declawing. Because if you're not in the U.S. or Canada, or like in the U.S. and Canada, declawing is unfortunately still very, very common. Thankfully, it's falling out of fashion a lot more as time goes on, but it's still legal in a lot of parts of the U.S. and Canada. But in a lot of other countries, it is like actually illegal, and I do hope that more places will ban declawing because it's just not right. Again, except in like the very, very specific cases where it is justifiable, but like that's not going to be your typical cat experience, you know? So Andromeda Superclaw is entirely manageable with trimming. She doesn't have any underlying health issues, so removing it, especially at the age she is now, would just be needlessly cruel. Because, again, she's 9 years old, she's technically a senior cat, or getting close to that, so healing takes a lot longer for older cats, and that just means she's in significantly more pain for significantly longer, and she has worse quality of life after the fact for the rest of her life. And that's just not fair to her. So, you know, a lot of people, I'm sure many people when they like consider declawing, are maybe well-intentioned, hopefully, you know? So I'm not trying to present this as like, oh, you're a horrible person for even thinking about this. I'm trying to present it as more like, yeah, I see where you're coming from, but this is why you still shouldn't, right? Because, yeah. Because my parents did consider for a moment when we first adopted Andromeda, because they weren't sure what problems the Superclaw might end up causing her. They did briefly consider getting it removed, but thankfully they didn't. And I think she has turned out a lot better because of that than she would have if she had been declawed. And again, even if it's just the one claw that you're removing, that will still change the way she walks. It's very painful, and it can still cause a lot of issues. So, that is my TED Talk on being nice to your pets and treating your pets humanely. And here we have Andromeda saying, "Please don't amputate my toes." You wouldn't amputate Andromeda's toes, would you? Would you, chat? You wouldn't do that to Andromeda. If you don't do that to Andromeda, then I better not catch you doing it to any other cat. Okay? Okay, I better not catch you declawing any other cat. That's right. But anyways, with the slightly depressing stuff out of the way, naturally, you now believe Andromeda is the coolest cat in the world, and you might be wondering, man, I want to know so much more about Andromeda. I want to know what her favorite movie is. I want to know all about her, okay? I don't have her favorite movie on here, but I do have her favorite video game. So, here are some of Andromeda's favorite things. Her favorite toy is the laser pointer, as we saw earlier. Her favorite spot to nap is my recliner in the living room. Her favorite person is Dragon Mom, even though she's my cat. Her favorite time of day to get zoomies is around midnight. She loves the nighttime zoomies. Her favorite crime is clawing the furniture. Her favorite video game is Minecraft. I know this because I used to play Minecraft almost every day one summer, and she would always come into my room and watch me play. Her favorite Sonic character, as you can see from the top there, she doesn't really have an answer. She's just kind of going around, checking out all the characters. She doesn't really know what she likes. So we don't know what her favorite Sonic character is. I thought for a moment it was going to be Blaze the Cat, and then she wandered away, so. And as you saw from the bottom video, her favorite evolution is Flareon, which is a solid pick. You know, not my favorite personally, but I don't dislike any of the evolutions, so, you know, good for her. More power to her. She vibes with all of them. She vibes with a good portion of them. To be fair, she did have a lot of choices for the Sonic characters. I would also get overwhelmed with choice paralysis if I was presented like 15 characters to pick from. So I don't blame her. But I think based on the ones that she picked, how did you tell that she liked Flareon? I'll show you. I'll show you again. I put pieces of paper down with all their names, and then I put a few pieces of cat food under each one, and then I brought her into the room, and whichever one she ate all of the food from was going to be her answer. I forgot to put Big the Cat in the options. Oh my god, you know what? Maybe that's why she didn't have a favorite, because it was Big the Cat and I didn't give her the option. I'm a failure. But as you can see, she's going for Flareon there. Also, my cat is guilty of clawing the furniture too. It's a common crime they like to partake in. And as you can see there's the proof. She likes Flareon. From the one she ate from for the Sonic one, I think it was Blaze, Amy, Charmy, and Sonic or Shadow. I don't know which one, because it was at the very end. Those were the ones that she investigated. But those are some of her favorite things. I also just remembered I was going to tell the story of how we adopted her, and I forgot. So, real quick, we're just going to go back to the just chatting screen. Just real quick. Hold on, I have something to show you also. I have something pretty epic to show you. There she is. She doesn't know she's on camera. So we, like I mentioned, we adopted her in November of 2017. I was 13 at the time, so she was a bit of a birthday present. Andromeda's tail is slender, my cat's like a broom. Yeah. Caught her in 4K. Hold on, you wanna see something? Which one is it? Here it is. Look at her. She has no idea. Oh, why is there multiple chats? Huh? Okay, I don't know why there were multiple chats on screen. There she is. We can watch her while I talk about how we ended up adopting her. So we were actually going to adopt a different kitty when we went to the shelter. So basically what happened was, this was the autumn after my childhood cat Peaches passed away. So we had only one cat in the house, Lily, and my mom saw like an advertisement for a kitten in a shelter out of town. I don't remember the exact details, but she thought, oh, this cat is so cute, I just want to go see her. So we took a family trip out of town to this shelter. Well, come to find out, that kitty was actually quarantined for ringworm, so we couldn't see her, and we certainly couldn't adopt her. So my parents were like, well, we came all this way, we might as well, just hang out with the kittens for a bit, just to see. So, we went into the kitten room, and I sat down on the floor, cross-legged, and Andromeda was the first kitten who came over, and she crawled right into my lap and fell asleep. And there were a couple other kittens who ran right up and were like investigating. One tried to climb up my arm, which was pretty fun. The kittens were all very friendly, but Andromeda was the one who, like, really reached out to me, It was meant to be, exactly. And I, fell in love at first sight. I love black cats, so much, so I was very excited. And, my parents kind of noticed that, like, we just clicked so quickly, and they were like, okay, well, I think this is the one. And so they told me to think of a name. I thought of Andromeda, and that was that. We adopted her. Yeah, she did choose me. So from what I understand of the story of how the shelter found her, is that the mother was hit by a car, I believe, and they found the litter sometime after that and took them in, and they were probably, I'm not sure how old they were when the shelter found them, probably a few weeks old, maybe. The shelter staff actually had a really funny story about Andromeda. She had a brother who, she would try to nurse on his ear, and he ended up with a lot of bumps on his ear because she was trying, so she would just nibble on it and like try to nurse on it so much. So they gave him the nickname Bumpy. And and all of her siblings, I mentioned this earlier, but all of her siblings got adopted out first. They were separated from their mom too early. Yeah, it was just very sad. So Andromeda was the only one left at the shelter when we got there, of her litter, the only one of her litter left. And, was she left last because she was a black cat? I don't think so. I'm not sure about the rest of her litter, but my understanding was that the rest of the litter was also black, or at least her brother was. I believe they said. I don't know anything about the mother, obviously, or the other litter mates. We think Andromeda was probably left because of her toes, of the syndactyly. People probably saw her and was like, oh, she's really cute, and then they realized she had, kind of messed up toes, and they were maybe not as thrilled after that, or they thought it might be too much work to take care of and stuff. But for whatever reason, she was the last one left, and we ended up being the family to adopt her. It was a no-kill shelter, so she probably would have stayed in the shelter for a long time if we hadn't adopted her. So I'm glad we did adopt her. But I'm also glad that in this case it was a no-kill shelter, only because I can definitely imagine they might consider euthanasia if she was not getting adopted at all, and you know, she has these strange toes. She's not a popular pick, you know, so I'm glad in that case that that it was a no-kill shelter for her sake and for ours. But yeah, and she lived in my room exclusively for about a couple of weeks, I believe, after we adopted her, because we had Lily in the house, and Lily was not friendly, to put it lightly. She was kind of aggressive towards Andromeda when she first came home. And Andromeda being such a tiny kitten, obviously we didn't want Lily to like straight up kill her or anything. So we kept them separated for quite a while before we, you know, started to like introduce their scents to each other, and they started to get more comfortable with each other. At least enough to not like outright fight. They might just avoid each other instead. It did take them quite a while, I think about a year or so, for them to get comfortable enough to like snuggle together and stuff like that, and they ended up getting pretty close in the long run, and they had a good life together. Yeah, it can be very tricky, because Lily was very much a solitary cat, and she was very, very, very attached to Peaches, and she was devastated when Peaches passed. She was always very much a solitary kind of cat. And Andromeda, on the other hand, is much more social and curious. So when we adopted Finn, Andromeda had basically no problems with him right off the bat. She kept her distance from him because he was so much bigger than her that she was like not too sure how to interact with him yet. Lily would hiss and growl and bat at him if he got close enough to her. She was not a fan. It took her a couple years to finally stop like hissing and growling at him. And even then, she never really got that close to him. She kept her distance from him much more than Andromeda did. And she kept much more distance from him than she kept from Andromeda as well. And unfortunately, she ended up passing away, so we'll never know if there might have been a world in, like, if she'd had a few more years to maybe get to know him, if they had gotten closer then. But, you know, it is what it is. She was an old cat already, and at least she didn't, like, absolutely hate his guts by the end. Let's see here. My old dog was on the euthanization list if he wasn't adopted within a week when we went. Makes me so sad. They thought he had mange, and no one wanted a fairly hairless dog. Yeah. Yeah, it's very sad. Andromeda doesn't know even a fraction of how much she's loved. He is She is my spoiled little princess. Even if she kind of gets on my nerves, and even if she likes Dragon Mom more than me, she is an Eepee baby. I'm glad she's finally settled down. Just like my cat, he sits around not knowing how much we love him. Meow. I think Andromeda is at least a little bit aware, but she doesn't know the full extent of it for sure. But I have one more thing. Back on the presentation, I think, right? All my pets love Daddy Raptor the best. I've just accepted it. Aww. Since he was also abandoned by his mom alongside his siblings, he's very quiet and doesn't meow or make any noise unless he wants food or inside a room. Yeah, Andromeda was never much of a talker until Lily passed, and she's gotten a lot more talkative since then. In the past, I think it's been, yeah, actually a year and a half since then. She's gotten a lot more talkative. I think she's just like, it's too quiet in here. Someone needs to make up for the lack of noise, you know? Because Lily was very talkative. She would not shut up. But we loved that about her. Anyway, I have one more thing to show. I clicked on the wrong thing again. I have one more thing to show you, and this one, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it means a lot to me. And I'm excited to share it with you guys. We are going to take a journey through the past 9 years with a little video I've prepared.
Now I'm not alone, a family of my own. I get to go home with you. Feelings deep inside come flowing from my eyes. I get to go home with you. All the lights up in the sky, all the times that I spent by your side taught me love and taught me pain, things that I could never have explained. Now I'm not alone, a family of my own. To go home with you. Feelings deep inside come flowing from my eyes. I get to go home with you. Watching you go home, sweet home. I'm with you. Home, sweet home. Home with you. Home, sweet home. I'm with you.
What do we think? Happy birthday, Andromeda! He's like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep. Oh, she's so cute. Hold on. I'll put on the big cam. Big cam. There she is. Thanks for making it rain. It was hot anyway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just love my cat so much. I had to go all out for her. I'll see if I can adjust the... I always cry at animal memory videos. That's fair. That is fair. I'll see if I can adjust the camera for her. Focus more on her. I'll move my chair. Oh, don't move! And over here. She's like, what the fuck is this? She is inspecting the camera. On the wrong side of it, too. Actually, she wants to play with my phone charger. Don't do that, please. Okay. Let's see if her laser pointer is charged. Ooh, look at that Andromeda. It's all charged. Getting Ichigo to stay in one spot during this week has been so rough. I know. They never want to do what you want them to do. Look at that Andromeda. Gonna come over here now? She's thinking about it. How are you? Oh, she's right behind me. She's thinking about it. Andromeda, I'll give you a treat if you come over here. People want to see you. Yeah, that's right. Come over here. Where are you going? You're in a playful mood now. And come over here? She's like, no, I know what you're trying to make me do. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. It's okay. She keeps going under my chair and then I can't see her. We don't have a laser pointer, so we use a laser thermometer for cars. Oh, interesting. We just got... Here, I'll show you on camera, actually. There we go. We just got this one when we moved her up here. It's shaped like a mouse, and it's chargeable. So you just take off the end, and then it's got a little USB plug. And I can put it on my phone adapter and charge it like that. Not interested anymore. That's fine. What are you interested in, Andromeda? Would you be interested in your birthday treat? I'm gonna turn off my model for this because it does cursed things when I go off camera. And it tries really hard to track a face that isn't there, and my model goes demonic. It's quite scary. So I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna try and adjust my mic so that the audio isn't too bad, hopefully. It's still gonna be kind of bad because I don't really have a proper setup for this, but what we've got is the last one of the pack. I really like Churu. It's a lot better for them than a lot of other treats, from what I've read. I'm a big fan of Churu around here. Andromeda likes Churu well enough. I don't know, this might not be her favorite flavor though, because sometimes it takes a little effort to get her interested in eating it. I know she likes tuna, so I might, if I can get a tuna flavor next time. Maybe a chicken flavor? I think she might like chicken. Oh, you're already in position? What are you doing? If I can get her face a little bit lower. There we go. There's something therapeutic about feeding cats treats. My boy tries to chew on the end of it to get it out faster. I volunteered at a local animal shelter a couple years ago, and one of the things I got to do while I was there was feed the kitties treats, and they had like a paste treat just like this, and a lot of them would also try to chew on the end of it to get more. It was very entertaining. Why are you licking the plastic, you silly? There were these twins, I believe. They were both black cats, and their names were Hocus and Pocus, and they were in the same kennel together, and they were fighting over who got to eat the treat, and it was very entertaining. The hard part is trying to explain to them when the tube is empty. That's true. Wow, you're doing a good job eating it, Andromeda. Usually she loses interest by now, but she's not doing it this time. Guess she's appreciating her birthday dessert. I saw these really cool pop and serve, I think they're called, treats. Churu treats. And they're like these little like jelly cups that you just pop it out of the cup onto a plate, and they can eat it that way, and it looks really cool. It actually looks like something she'd really enjoy, because she's not... Oh, I dropped it on the floor, I'm sorry. Can you eat that, please? Thank you. let her clean that up before I give her more. I was not paying attention to how much was coming out of the tube. She wasn't too sure about these at first, cause we never really like gave our cats treats very much, and like we never had the like tube treats. So this was a very new experience for her, but she's getting really good at it now that she understands it's a treat. It's edible. I do love treats. I wish I didn't. I know. Imagine how much healthier we could be if we didn't feel the need to eat treats all the time. You still got some more. You've done really good. Got about probably half the tube left. There we go. She's very polite. An empty tongue full, true. Oh, to be a spoiled cat. This would be the life. I think she's coming around to the salmon flavor. She's a big fan. I think you're still hungry? Got a bit left. Whenever she gets tired of the treat, like licking it from the tube, I just put the rest in her food bowl. Done? Okay, she's done. I'm gonna put the rest in your food bowl then. Okay, what next, Andromeda? Wanna get brushed? I don't know how I'm gonna be able to brush her on camera. We can try. Lay down so I can actually brush you. Right here. Doesn't like to lay down when I brush her, so it's kind of difficult to get this on camera. Unless I guess if I hold camera, but then like I have one hand holding the camera, one hand brushing. She's going off to eat her food. I think she actually secretly wanted the treat. She just didn't want to be on camera. That's okay. You know, that's whatever, Andromeda. That's fine. I don't care. It's just whatever. You know, you can hate me. That's fine. You can just say you hate the chat. You know, I'm sure they won't mind at all. We'll keep the cat cam on just in case she changes her mind. Here, I've got this toy. She'll be interested in it. I don't think it's really her favorite toy, but Mom says otherwise. But it's this little... If I can get it unraveled, there we go. It's this little bee on a string, and you can put catnip in it. It still has a lot of catnip in it. I don't want to put any more in it. I just don't know how old this catnip is. It might have lost its flavor. Maybe I can dump it out and put new one in? I think I'll do that. The idea is you put catnip in the bee, and then they get more interested in playing with it. Trying to put my trash back in the corner without it showing up on camera. gross and I need to dump it out. And I just did not have time to do that today. This catnip container is really hard to open. And so, here, I'll try to get it on camera. So, this is the underside of the bee. It's got this little pocket here. With a little bit of catnip in it. Doesn't need much. Kind of rub it in a little to get the smell stronger. And, in theory, she should want to play with it now. Kind of picky about her catnip addiction though. Sometimes she's really into it and sometimes she's not. What do you think? Definitely smells it. Not too sure yet. You're supposed to play with it, silly. Can you come over here and play with it? Unfortunately, it's really hard to play with it under my desk because I don't have a lot of space to like lift the bee under my desk. Hi Leo, welcome in. Come in. Oh, she's not interested. Okay. That one's a failure. What about the laser pointer? You want the laser pointer again? Hold on, let me put my headphones on. Oh yeah, you love the laser pointer. You just don't love going under there, do you? Oh, almost. Come on. Come show the people. She always hides under my chair. Come on. Come over here. What are you doing? She'll come over eventually. I'll just keep pointing it. It's hard to keep the button held down though. How did you guys, what did you guys think of the presentation? Did you like it? And the video? Did you like the video? I really liked the video. It was awesome. That's great. I'm so glad with how it turned out. He was very cute and wholesome. Thank you. I wish I had more content for y'all, but Andromeda's being difficult and I don't have anything else to give her. Made me cry with the passage of time seeing your pet grow old. Yeah. She's still young at heart, though. She plays like a kitten. Which I would love to show you if she would actually come over here, but she doesn't wanna. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I don't wanna... Oh, she wants to play, but she doesn't... Yeah, you wanna play? Can you come over here and play? I don't wanna go over there. Maybe I could, in theory, point the camera to a different part of the world. Or, part of the world? Part of my room. And then it would be easier to show her playing. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get you. I know! Come on. I gotta move this out of the way. And gotta find a pose. Not catch myself on camera also, preferably. That's good. Ah, look! Just like the good old days. Here she is. You won out already. I had your other toy in here. Love that one. Tired. Okay. Good girl. You like the mushroom scratching pose? Yeah. Oh, hold on. A little further away. It was actually my aunt's for her cat, but her cat didn't use it, so she gave it to us for Andromeda. Andromeda doesn't use it much either. Trying to get her to. She likes rubbing her face against everything. You can turn both rotate both the top and the bottom. Pretty interesting. Are you gonna demonstrate Andromeda? I'm in a good mood now. Oh. Worn out from all the playing. I think she's having a great birthday. How can my camera still read my face from here? My webcam has such a wide, angle that it can. I'm literally sitting on the floor and, sideways from my computer, and it's still reading my face. That's crazy. She got treats, she got to play. Gal near the gatito. Hi! Hi. I want to show off the other toy back here. She's covering with the camera, but go back there and I'll show up on camera. Oh, look at you go. Bumped my desk. She's having the time of her life. Having the time of her life right now. If I can move this and maybe get a better. That's my hand. This. It's going crazy with that thing. I'm trying to step out of the way so I'm not caught on camera. This is bad. I've actually stranded myself from my computer. I am literally backed into a corner right now. If I can. This okay, my face won't show on camera. Yeah, I'm trying not to show my bed. It's not made right now. There she is. Birthday girl. Now I'm on the other side of my webcam where it doesn't read my face very well. Hold on, at least now if I sit over here, you can actually hear me. It's not a new toy, actually. We've had it for about a month. I was explaining in the chat earlier, but my aunt gave it to us because her cat wasn't using it. There's a little mushroom scratching post, and Andromeda is going ham with it right now. Where's your mice? Has a new look feel, though. That's fair. It is in really good condition. Little nice toys. I've got a couple of little mice that she likes to play with. There's one under my bed, I think. If I can reach it though. There. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to turn off the cat cam for a second. So I can move around my room freely. And I think. And there it is. The mouse. This way. My pant leg stuck under the wheel of my chair for a second. That was not fun. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go into studio mode actually. Just to check something real quick. Yeah, that should be okay. Oh, but now she's not here even. Wants to eat her food, so we'll come back to her in a minute. We'll come back when she's back. We'll put the cat cam on when she's back. How have you been? It's pretty hot. It has been really hot here. I don't know what the temperature is right now because can't check my phone because I'm using it as the cat cam, but it's been pretty hot this past week. You know what's really funny? On Wednesday, literally right as I ended stream, like the second I ended stream on Wednesday, it started raining. Like it just started pouring. The exact second I ended stream. I was so salty. But I think it turned out for the best anyways, because I did want to check in with Dragon Mom. And, like, you know, take care of her. She needed taken care of, which she didn't, thankfully, but yeah. And it was for the best that I ended early, but I was still so mad that it literally started raining and cooling down right as I ended stream. I was like, you couldn't have done this a little sooner so I wouldn't be dying of heat stroke. You know? Andromeda, are you ready to play again? Let's see if I can turn my cam back on. Hi, I'm going to move out of the way now. Andromeda, I've got your little mouse. One of them. It's a little strawberry. I think it's a strawberry. There's another one that's like a lemon citrusy mouse that she really likes also, but that one's in the living room. That was a bad throw. But eventually, over on that wall right there that I'm pointing at, that's where I'm gonna put the cat tree when it gets here. Okay, she's feeling camera shy and hungry. I'm going to turn off cat cam again. Gives me the chance to put it back down on the floor. And fix my mic. Now that I'm actually sitting at my chair again. Sitting at my desk again. Same Andromeda. Yeah. Are you thirsty? It's getting a little warm in here. She might want water. Just making sure I put the camera back in the right spot. It's close enough. I'm hungry, but still have an hour of work. Oh man. I'm actually not too hungry right now. I had a good lunch. We're gonna have fajitas for dinner because it's Fajita Friday. It's gonna be good. Now you come back. Okay, I'm putting voice away. Give me that attitude. I just put them back in their pot. She can play with them if she wants. Gotta put this away. Actually, let's go back. I keep a lot of her, like, toys and stuff just on my desk over here. Because I don't really have anywhere else to put them. Andromeda. Time to say goodbye to the chat. Coming back over. You might get in a mayor message. A mayoral speech. Yeah. No? She's not in the mood. Okay, well fine. You are the birthday girl, so, you know, whatever. It's fine. You can treat chat like their chopped liver. It's fine. It's your birthday. You do you. You know, just say you hate everyone in the chat right now. Not my mayor. Gonna get in Pete on her birthday. I'm kidding, of course. I would never do that to you. You're gonna go loaf over there. Okay. What then? Let me do this. Cam. There we go. About to get the laundry room. Jesus. All out of the stand if I push it any further. It's already very... don't trust this setup. Just that a little bit more. Now I can go sit back at my desk. And she's just having a great time. You might have noticed there's a pet bed back there. She doesn't use it. In the slightest. Dragon Dad specifically told me, don't forget to bring that when you move her up there, because she sleeps in that bed every night. And so I brought the pet bed with us because I was told she sleeps in it every night. And what has she done since we moved here? Not used it, that's for sure. Because she didn't sleep with him. Yeah, no. She kind of would, but she likes to roam at night. So she'll like sleep with you for a little bit, and then she'll wander off and go sleep by herself for like half the night, and then she'll come back in the morning to sleep with you. Cats are whimsical like that. Yeah. She was starting to get kind of close with Dragon Dad, and then... hold on, I'm putting my headphones back on. And then, when Dragon Dad came up to visit me for Father's Day, she pretended like she had no idea who he was. She just ignored him the entire time. And she ignored Finn, too, for the most part. I was like, dang. Dang, Andromeda. She's like, I guess I'll tolerate you if you are literally the last person on Earth. But otherwise, I don't care about you. It was so funny. Cause he was telling me all these stories before we moved her up here. That she actually sits on my lap, and she plays with me, and she snuggles with me sometimes, and she's gotten really close with the dog. And then they come up here for Father's Day, and she's just like, who? Dragon Dad who? Finn who? I don't know these people. She's so funny. On the other hand, though, she loves my brother, and she hadn't seen my brother in like... trying to think. probably pretty much since she was a kitten. She has not seen my brother in ages, and she loves him. He comes over sometimes to pick up leftovers from us, because we don't eat leftovers, and he likes free food. So he'll come over and pet the cat, and she will be like all over him, wanting to sit on his lap, wanting to rub against him. She's like, oh my god, it's my favorite person. And then my dad, she doesn't see my dad for a couple weeks, and she already forgot who he was. She's so funny. Yeah. Oh, earlier today she came to sit on my lap. She doesn't usually when I'm at my computer. She usually doesn't come jump up here. She tries to though, but she leaves after like a couple seconds. But earlier today she came up on my lap, and my chair has armrests, and I had my arm on the armrest. Does she rub on your leg for food? No, she stares. She will sit next to the food bowl and stare at you. And that's how she wants her food. But I had my arm on the armrest of my chair, and she laid across it, and then so I was kind of almost cradling her is the best way I can describe it. And she was so sweet and lovey. I had a boy cat, must be why. I mean, Andromeda will rub on your legs, just, you know, to get her scent on you, but she doesn't do it for food. She just does it to show that she likes you and that you belong to her. Is it time to say bye-bye, Andromeda? Yeah, she knows I'm talking to her. Andromeda? Andromeda, can you say goodbye to the chat? Say bye-bye, chat! She does know her name. Alright. Well, I'm out of cat content for you. Never thought I'd say that, but I'm out of cat content for the day. But thank you all for stopping by to celebrate this. Oh, I'm not close enough to the camera to point. Hold on. This cat's birthday. She has no idea she's on the big cam right now. She thinks she's side content. Anyways. How can you be out of cat content? You're on the internet. That's true. I just can't think of anything else to do that Andromeda won't just run away. But, for real though, thank you all for stopping by and indulging in this silly little stream. I know it's not my usual kind of content. Happy Cat Day, thank you, Nya. But I love my cat, okay? And I will scream it from the rooftops that I love my cat. So, you know, I have to share her with the world. And that's exactly what I've done. So, that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna get some yummy fajitas in a couple hours. I'm going to celebrate Andromeda's proper birthday tomorrow. Pet the catto for you? I got you. Hold on. I got you. Pets for every member of chat. Andromeda, Leo says hi. She's like, I don't know who that is. You crazy? Thank you for sharing Andromeda with us. Of course! Of course. I think I'm not gonna raid out tonight. Because I can't think of anyone to raid. And I'm running out of brain power. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Oh, there it is. Wow. Maybe it would help to use my eyeballs. And I'd suggest VS since she's live, but she's playing Cyberpunk in the sus area. Yeah, and I prefer to raid people that I'm familiar, like, that I've met. And there's a few mutuals on, but I don't have the energy to raid right now. But, yeah. Yeah. So, I do, before I get out of here, I will not be streaming on Monday next week. I'm going to be out of town. However, we have a thing. Let me check that the date is right. Hopefully. We have a couple things actually. This Sunday, I think, if I'm not stupid, I think, hopefully, this, yeah, it should be, this Sunday, this coming Sunday, is Mecha Chameleon with some friends. I say stupid, but I just mean like I always second guess myself with dates when I have like plans with people. I'm like, wait, am I sure it's this date and I'm not just an idiot? And times, yeah. So that will be at 1 p.m. MST, my time. So that's a couple hours, 2 hours earlier than I usually stream, and that's on Sunday. And then on Wednesday, hold on. Yes, on Wednesday, our twin days in 5 days. Oh, that's on Wednesday as well. On Wednesday at 4 p.m, I will be doing another collab. Playing something else. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. You'll have to wait till the schedule comes out to find out what. with some other good friends. That's at 4 p.m. my time, so that's an hour later than I usually stream. Sorry, we got a bunch of weird times next week. I apologize for that. That's just how it goes. All the collabs, that's right. And Friday next week will be a normal day, probably. I don't know what to play yet. Probably Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, since I won't have Monday next week to play it, so, we'll see. We'll see. So that's next week, so, just to go over it again, Sunday at 1 p.m. MST, no stream Monday, Wednesday at 4 p.m. MST, and Friday at our usual time, 3 p.m. MST. That is the schedule so far. The week after, I don't have anything planned, I don't believe, so that should be a normal week. And the week after that, the last week of the month, I guess it's not quite a full week, but the 31st, is going to be our Shadow the Hedgehog 2005 12-hour stream. So look forward to that. Anyways, I've done enough yapping. Andromeda's getting sleepy over there because I've yapped so much. But I think that's everything. Sanico 6? No, I played Sanico 6 last year. We're playing the other notorious early 2000s, mid 2000s Sonic game. Shadow the Hedgehog. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? So that should be fun. Can we get a quick Sonic quote of the day real quick? Let me just do that for you. Who's this broad? Oh, the cat cam's covering it. There we go. Sonic Heroes. What a game. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go now. Thank you for putting up with my yapping. Thank you for putting up with this silly stream. I'll see you guys next week. So have a good rest of your day or night or whatever, wherever you are. And I'll see you on Sunday. I will enjoy dinner. Thank you. Bye bye.